has been with us every year at this time since our very beginnings. From the Kraft Agency, President Dave Kraft. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Bart. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to see you as well.
Yeah, hard to believe. 25 years.
Well, last year, a big year for you, 100 years.
It was.
And here we are at our milestone. We're in our 25th year. But one thing has been constant. We have been partners
We have.
the whole time.
And good partners, and we appreciate
Yeah.
it. And we all love seeing what you guys do for the community and what you've created here. It's really pretty remarkable.
Well, thanks for being a part of it, and thanks for ensuring everything.
Yeah, our pleasure there for sure.
Yeah, we've been, I think, just confident that we're covered. That's been, I think, and your product really is confidence, and that's really what we've always felt.
You know, that's a great way to put it, and I appreciate you saying that because so many people, well, everyone buys insurance, and very few people understand it or know what it is or how it works unless they have a claim, and then they find out, you know, in the heat of the moment. But yeah, that's, you know, we're not selling pieces of paper, although maybe technically we are. But what we're selling is the ability to help you understand it, navigate it, and make sure that you're comfortable with it. So I like that. I might have to steal that.
You're welcome to use it. One
Thank you.
thing I
Footnote you.
know, the other part of the confidence is that I don't have to worry about where I filed away this paper or that,
No,
because I know it's just, all I need to remember is the phone number.
that's right. And we've got it. You don't have to hang on to it. We got it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed that you're getting low on your calendar.
Yes.
Your daily calendar, which, you know, this is one of the reasons, of course, that I always want to come see you, because I know you can't function without having
We
that
can't.
daily calendar. And I need you to function. Jackson needs you to function. Karen needs you to function.
Man, I can just seamlessly swap this
You can
out.
and I even tore it off to the right day for you.
That's awesome.
That's called full service.
Well, we wouldn't have been able to get into the new year without this. And this is, it's one of the things that's been a constant on our set
It
the whole time.
has, and I love seeing it when I tune in. So it's really it's fun for me. But you know, these things go back maybe not 101 years, but you know, at least to the 40s anyway. And as a kid, my winter break job would be to go to my dad's office and get a carload of calendars, and I'd had a you know, a list of people that I had to go deliver one to. And that's how I found my way around town, and I learned where everything was. And I had to figure out, well, you know, if I'm going here and there, you know, which way is the most efficient way to go, and how I met a lot of people, and many of whom, you know, or their offspring, we're still dealing with today. So it's kind of funny. I always get a kick out of it.
A lot of people probably think you're in the calendar business.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, so many people are obviously digital and maybe not using a real calendar anymore, but a lot of people really like it. I personally love tearing off that day every morning.
It's a sense of
But
accomplishment.
I've already accomplished something. Make your bed, tear off the calendar day.
Well, you've been in the business for a long time, but I think when you first were ready to get into the business world, your dad wanted you to maybe see the world from a different perspective before you came back to the company.
You know, my dad was an incredible guy. And his philosophy was that he was fortunate enough to work in the family business, and he wanted to give his kids an opportunity to do that too. But you know, we had to get an education. We had to go somewhere else and work for someone else. And then we had to go to him and say, hey, I'd like to do this. And he'd give us an opportunity, you know, at market rates or whatever. It wasn't like we got a special deal because we were the boss's son. But, you know, being a young, however old I was, I don't want to say, but, you know, I knew the opportunity was there, and the best part of it all was being able to work with my dad. So that's something that obviously you're replicating here, and I think it's an incredible opportunity. And not everyone has, so I feel really, really blessed.
I think we're pretty lucky as a community to have a lot of long-standing, high-quality, reputable, family-owned businesses
Yep.
that have stood the test of time.
Yep, absolutely. I think Jackson's really unique in that regard. You know, we're a pretty vibrant community that's been through a lot, and we're doing things right. A lot of good stuff happening downtown, and I think you're a big part of that.
Well, thanks. Yeah, this community, I think we're really in a growth mode. Look at all the housing that's going on.
Right.
People want to move here.
What are you most excited about in 25 for Jackson?
Oh wow! Well, the haze.
Yeah.
You know, I think I know that's happening because we actually have had subcontractors, physically working in that building this month.
Oh, okay.
So it's moving, and it's going to happen. You know, barring something unforeseen. But
Right.
when that's done, I think that will be one of the last things that's just kind of an albatross that's kind of hanging on us.
100%. Yeah. That's really exciting. Really exciting. And I know it's true because I saw it on Facebook.
Yes, yes, that must be
It
true.
must be true.
What about you? What do you look forward to in 2025?
You know, I'm going to tell you, 2024, from an insurance perspective, has been a really challenging year because of the impact of inflation that everyone's dealt with. It may not be intuitive how inflation impacts insurance, but it impacts the replacement cost of all your property, whether it's real property, buildings, contents. It impacts all of that. And the things that you own cost more to replace. So therefore, you probably need more insurance to replace them if something happens. And the other side of that too is that insurance carriers have gotten to be a little more sensitive about the types of risk and how much risk they take on because of that. And I'm looking into a crystal ball, and it probably doesn't take, a real psychic to say that the natural disasters we experienced, down in the southeast part of America the last couple of months are going to have a direct impact on how much we all pay for insurance in 25. So I think that's going to be a challenge we're going to have to deal with. So it's not something I'm really looking forward to, but it's something that I think we're going to have to navigate.
We've seen some companies that aren't writing insurance anymore in states like Florida and
Florida
California.
is incredibly challenging. Yeah, I mean, there are times I wish I was in Florida, January perhaps, but yeah, from a business perspective, selling insurance, that's really challenging.
All right, it's Christmas. I know that's one of your favorite holidays. You're empty nesters, right?
We are, but my daughter is home now from college break, so we're readjusting, but that's really fun.
Where's she going to school?
She goes to Miami of Ohio down
Right,
in
that's
Oxford.
right. I remember years ago, your daughter Lauren would sing at Christmas time on her show. Do you think if we asked her nicely, she'd come back and do a song?
If I asked her, the answer would be emphatically no. If you asked her, it would probably be no, but maybe not quite as emphatic.
Right.
So I'm going to say no.
Does she know what she's studying? What does she want to do?
She's going to be a teacher.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I think she's going to be great at it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate.
And the world needs teachers.
Oh yeah, it's a tough job, and thanks to all teachers.
Absolutely.
Great to have you here. Thanks for being part of JTV.
Always my pleasure, Bart.
Merry Christmas to you and your family. And
You as
everyone
well.
at Kraft.
Yep. Thank you much.
With the annual handing of the calendar from the Kraft Agency, Dave Kraft. We've got lots more coming.